Alright, peeps, listen up. From the Calgary Sun. Alright? Time for a reality bite. Despite hysteria surrounding dog attacks, Calgary has nipped the problem in the bud. When it comes to banning the most vicious dog breed in Calgary, I'd be all for it, except I'd really miss my yellow lab and his sad brown eyes, which never stop pleading for food. Sure, the most vicious thing our lab has ever done was eviscerate a garbage bag for the table scraps inside, but according to the statistics, my family could easily be next. According to Animal Control Officer, retrievers far outnumber pitbulls as Calgary's most bite-prone breed in Calgary. Pitbulls, you'd assume, would come a close second. It seems there's a pitbull in the news every few weeks, running wild, chewing on people and other pets as it goes. But nope, the silver medal for unwanted mandible-on-mankind contact goes to the shepherd, with pitbulls barely making third place. Despite the panic and horror, pitbulls rank first only in the amount of ink they earn. You're more likely to be bitten by a retriever or shepherd than a pitbull. We suspect it's because working dogs like retrievers are often not getting the exercise and mental stimulation they need. Given the cold facts about bites, why do we as a society snarl at and growl over pitbulls, with cries for a ban every time a paw goes out of line? It happened again after two girls were bitten on June 24th by a pair of pitbulls in Taradale, with the same dogs linked to an attack on a man in May. One dog has been caught and the other is still being sought by law officers. Meanwhile, pitbulls are again taking a serious slagging. Perhaps it's because we accept the worst out of pitbulls that the breed makes the news so often. Perhaps it's because the breed has the misfortune to attract immature owners who demand dogs that's bred to fight simply because it impresses others with the same puerile mentality. Perhaps because, like every breed of dog, pitbulls too often fall into the hands of people who shouldn't own a pet at all. The latter, at least in one constant in all bad dog stories, find a pitbull in the news, and chances are high you'll find an irresponsible owner who can be blamed for it running loose or playing unsupervised with kids. So pitbulls get an unfair rap and end up dominating the news. But unfair publicity aside, there's a better reason Calgary shouldn't be talking about banning the breed. We don't need to. Those who pay attention to trivia will remember a report released a few weeks back containing the latest dog bite statistics for Calgary. Once again, dog bites are down from 200 in 2004 to 145 in 2008. It's reached a point where bites are statistically non-existent in Calgary. Just 0.14% of the city's 100,000 dogs are culprits, by far the lowest bite per dog ratio in Canada. That's small comfort for the parents of a 3- and 4-year-old bitten in Saddle Ridge, but the truth is, kids in Calgary are way more likely to be hurt on a bicycle or while playing sports. It's an incredible achievement, given that in '85, Calgary was recording 1,900 bites a year with far fewer dogs and less people for them to chew on. Calgary's by law and animal control department has been asked for advice from cities across North America who'd love to know the formula for reducing bites and other vicious dog incidents. It's a case of worrying less about the dog and more about the human responsible for training and control. It's about regulating the right end of the leash. It means always having control of your dog, not leaving it unattended, and not letting it roam free. As well, there's a zero-tolerance policy on aggression. The slightest sign of antisocial dog behavior results in a visit and a warning from officers. An ample supply of off-leash areas help too, because well-socialized dogs are less prone to fear bites. For those who don't own pit bulls, it's difficult to see the charm of a dog that's essentially a ball of quivering muscle and unspent energy. They're not cute, they're not cuddly, but some owners swear they're the greatest creature to ever wear a collar. So long as those owners are responsible for their pit bulls, there's no need for a ban. This was by Michael Platt, sorry.